Yeah, hello everyone. I hope my voice is audible. So from today, we are going to start with JavaScript. So this entire sessions on JavaScript will be completely free, guys. We are going to start JavaScript completely from basics. Hello everyone. I hope to advanced level. We are going to study this entire JavaScript from basics to complete advanced level. Okay. So let's start our session. So in this session, we are going to learn JavaScript, as I have mentioned, completely from basics to advanced. So in this entire journey, we are going to learn JavaScript completely from basics to advanced. Now, I am dividing this JavaScript into two modules. The first module is like basics of JavaScript, and second module will be like advanced JavaScript. In basics of JavaScript, we are going to understand the fundamental concepts of JavaScript. Like, we will understand what are variables, what are data types, functions in JavaScript. We will explore about objects concept. We will explore arrays concept. We will understand about selection statements like if, else, else if. We will discuss about loops, and we will discuss about operators in JavaScript. So all this topic comes under the fundamentals of JavaScript. And when it comes to advanced concepts in JavaScript, here we will be discussing all the ES6 features. We will discuss in very depth DOM and DOM manipulation. We are going to discuss about events. In events, we are going to understand about what is event capturing, how to add events dynamically, what is event bubbling. All those things we are going to discuss in very, very depth. Apart from that, we will discuss about this keyword, call, apply, bind, closures. We will discuss about asynchronous programming, promises, callbacks. We will discuss about fetch. And apart from this, we will discuss about closures, scopes, scope statements. So all this content we are going to discuss, guys. So in this entire series, I am going to discuss all this content. Okay. So I will try to take our sessions on alternate days. So our sessions will be on alternate days. Alternate days means like today is our first session. Today is our session number 1, which we have started on Monday. Now our session 2 will be on Wednesday. It will be on Wednesday. So there will be no session on Tuesday. In the same way, Your session 3 will be on Friday. Session 4 will be on Sunday. Again, session 5 will be on Tuesday. Like this, on alternate days, we are going to take our sessions. Every day, I will be providing you notes. So I will be creating a GitHub link from where you can download all my notes. So I will be providing you on the daily basis paint files, which I'm going to create for every session. Plus, I will provide you the PDF notes in the form of PDF. Plus, on the daily basis, I will share the interview questions. Plus, I will be sharing class code with you. Whatever class code we are going to write, that class code also I will share with you. So these are the things what I'm going to share with you guys. Okay. Now, let's start our journey with what is JavaScript. Let's understand what is JavaScript. Now, whenever this question is asked in interviews or anywhere, most of the people will give the answer like JavaScript is a scripting language, or else they will give the answer like JavaScript is a programming language. And this is where they will stop. So instead of defining JavaScript as a scripting language or programming language, better to say that JavaScript is a single-threaded, synchronous, loosely typed programming language. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a single-threaded synchronous, loosely typed, or you can say dynamic typed programming language. It's a programming language. Apart from this, we can add few more words like compiled, interpreted, and just in time. But right now, I'm not adding those words. As we enter into advanced JavaScript, I will redefine the definition of JavaScript. But right now, let's stick with this part. So what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a single-threaded, synchronous, loosely typed, or you can call it as a dynamic typed programming language. Now, to understand properly what is JavaScript, we need to understand what is single-threaded, what is synchronous, what is loosely typed or dynamic typed, and what is programming language. If all these terms are clear, then you will understand exactly what is JavaScript. Now, in this session, let's try to understand what is single-threaded, and let's try to understand what is synchronous. Then maybe in tomorrow's session or maybe in next session, I will explain you what is the meaning of loosely typed or dynamic typed. So first, let's understand what is single-threaded. Single-threaded means any language which can execute one statement at a time is called single-threaded language. Any language which can execute only one statement or one instruction at a time. Such languages are called single-threaded. For example, if you create one JavaScript file, let's assume that you have created one JavaScript file. And in this file, let's assume that you have written some JavaScript code, nothing but you have written some instruction in JavaScript, like instruction 1, instruction 2, instruction 3, and instruction 4. Now, JavaScript can execute one line at a time. You cannot execute this instruction and this instruction at same time. Any one instruction you can execute at a time. So any language which can execute only one statement at a time is called single-threaded. So JavaScript is a single-threaded language. So in JavaScript, we can execute one statement at a time. Then what is synchronous? The meaning of synchronous is the execution of your statements will be step by step. Step by step means in JavaScript, execution will start from top to bottom. So JavaScript will execute first statement. After finishing the execution of first statement, then only it will execute the second statement. Once the execution of second statement is done, then it will execute the third statement. Means execution of your statements will be step by step. It will not execute or it will not start execution of second line before finishing the execution of first line. Before finishing the execution of first line. That is the meaning of synchronous. Any language which executes statements one by one, one after another, that is called synchronous. And executing one statement at a time is called single-threaded. So JavaScript can execute one statement at a time, and those statements it will execute step by step, one after another. And what is that approach? Top to bottom approach. Now, what is loosely typed? What is dynamically typed? That we will discuss in the next session. Now, what is programming language? Now, programming language is like a programming language. Nothing but a language is a medium using which we can exchange the interaction. We can exchange the instructions. So here, as a developer, we are going to exchange our instructions with machine. So you are going to give some instruction to machine, and machine is going to execute those instructions to perform some action. So language is like a medium where we can exchange the information or we can exchange the instructions. So using JavaScript language, we are going to instruct machine to do some kind of action. That is the meaning. Using JavaScript language, we are going to instruct machine to do some kind of action. Okay, so this is what the JavaScript. Now I will be providing you a proper notes in which I have explained what is single-threaded. I have documented it, what is synchronous, and I will provide you, I mean already I have provided what is this loosely typed. Everything is properly documented in the PDF. Right now I am not writing all the sentences in Paint file because it will take a lot of time for us. Yes. Now let's understand what is the purpose of JavaScript. Like why we are learning JavaScript, what we can do with the JavaScript. Let's understand the purpose of JavaScript. Let's understand the purpose of JavaScript. Now, JavaScript was developed with the intention to create user interface and style the user interface dynamically. Okay. What is the purpose of JavaScript means? The purpose of JavaScript is to create user interface and style user interface dynamically. So it is used to create and style UI, nothing but user interface dynamically. Dynamically. Now, what is the meaning of dynamically? Let's try to understand. First, let's try to understand what is the meaning of creating UI dynamically. That is what first we have to understand. Then we have to understand what is the meaning of styling the UI components dynamically. If you are clear with these two terms, then you will understand the purpose of JavaScript. Now let's assume that I have created one HTML document. Okay, let's assume that this is our HTML document. Now in this HTML document, let's assume that I am showing here some title, something like welcome to JS. Like this, I am showing some title. And let's assume that I have one button. Now my requirement is whenever I click on this button, remember, whenever I click on this button, I want to change the text color of this content from white to red. I want to change the text color of this content from white to red. White to red. When the color should change from white to red, white to red, whenever you click on this button. Means initially it will be white, but when you click on this button, then only it will change to red. Means on demand, we want to change this style. And what is that demand? Clicking the button. So when I click, then only it should change. This is what we call as styling the UI components on demand. Maybe I want something like this. If I click on this button, I want to remove this content and I want to show the new content like hello JavaScript. Hello JavaScript. So initially, whenever my page loads, it should show me the content like welcome to JavaScript and one button. But the moment I click on this button, I want to remove current content and I want to show here hello JavaScript. Maybe I have a requirement where if I click on this button, then one image should display. One image should display after this button here. So when this image should display, if I click on the button, it means if I click on this button, the content color should change or content should change or dynamically it should add one image or some UI component. So on demand, if you are able to create like this UI component or you are able to change the content of UI component or if you are able to change the style of UI component, then that process we call as a dynamic. That process we call as a dynamic. Okay, so what is the purpose of JavaScript means? JavaScript is all about creating UI components and styling UI components dynamically. Okay, yeah. So this is what is JavaScript and what is the purpose of JavaScript. This is the main purpose of JavaScript. Apart from this, we can do so many things with the JavaScript, like we can implement validations. We can implement validations. We can create web, standalone, and even mobile applications with JavaScript. We can integrate our front-end application and back-end application of web app. We can integrate front-end application and back-end application of web app. These are the things what we can do with the JavaScript. Okay. So till now, I tried to explain you guys what is JavaScript and what is the purpose of JavaScript. Now to work with the JavaScript, so to work with JavaScript, we have to install first Visual Studio Code. As a IDE, and we have to install something called Node.js. These are the two softwares which are required to install to work with JavaScript. So let's install both the tool. First, let me explain you how to install Visual Studio Code. So if you want to install Visual Studio Code, just you have to visit a website called code.visualstudio.com. Code.visualstudio.com. So you have to open your browser and you have to visit this website. So let's go to the browser. And let's add here code.visualstudio.com. So when you visit this website, you will land on this page. Now here you have to click on download for Windows button. So whatever platform you are using, that platform related download file you will get here. So just click on this button, that file will be downloaded. So right now here, if you see, one .exe file is getting downloaded. So once that setup file or .exe file is downloaded, you have to open it. So let it download. So once it is downloaded, now you will get the option to open the file. Just open that file. So just click on that link, it will open the file. When you open the file, you will get like this wizard. Now what you have to do, you have to select this radio button. I accept the agreement. Click on next. Then you have to select this checkbox, create a desktop icon. Click on next. Then click on install. You have to click on install. The moment you click on install, now this Visual Studio Code will install in your system. I already installed, so I am not installing it. So once it is installed in your system, you will find that desktop icon. You will find that Visual Studio desktop icon. So on your desktop, you will find the icon of this Visual Studio Code. Now, once Visual Studio Code is installed, then you have to install Node.js. Now, if you want to install Node.js, what you have to do? Again, you have to go to the browser and you have to visit a website called nodejs.org. You have to visit a website called nodejs.org. Now, let's go to our browser. Let's open the new tab and let's search for nodejs.org. The moment you search for nodejs.org, you will land on their official website. This is the official website. Here also you will have a download button. So when you click on this download button, .msi file will be downloaded. So here .msi file will be downloaded. Once it is downloaded, just open that file. When you open that file, one wizard will open. Now here next button is not enabled. Just wait for a few seconds. Next button will get enabled. Now see here, next button got enabled. The moment next button gets enabled, click on that next button. You will get another wizard. Now here select this checkbox and click on next. Again click on next. Again click on next. Again click on next. Click on install. Click on install. So once you click on that install button, that Node.js will be installed in your system. Node.js will be installed in your system. So once Node.js is installed in your system, we have to verify whether this Node.js is successfully installed or not. So how to verify Node.js is installed or not? So here I am adding the title as how to verify Node.js is installed or not. How to verify it. So for that, what you have to do, you have to open your terminal or command prompt. Open the terminal, or you can say it as a command prompt, and type the following command. Type the following command. Now what is that command? Now the command is node-v. Node space -v. This is the command you have to type. So go to my terminal, open that command prompt. Now here you have to type node space -v. When you type node space -v and press on enter button, you should see some version number here. So if you find some version number here, it means Node.js is successfully installed in your system. Now, instead of this, if you find something like this message, let's assume that you are entering this command node-v. But instead of getting version number, if you get like this message, node is not recognized as internal or external command. In that case, your Node.js is not installed in your system. Okay. So if you get version number, it means Node.js is installed. If you get this kind of message, it means Node.js is not installed. So like this, we have to install our Visual Studio Code and Node.js in our system. Okay, so here I have just done with the introduction to JavaScript. Introduction to JavaScript means we have understood what is JavaScript, what is the purpose of JavaScript, and how to install Visual Studio Code and how to install Node.js. This is what we have tried to understand. Now, let me show you how I will be providing the notes for this JavaScript. Okay, so for that, let me show you at least one PDF so that you guys can get idea. So how I will be sharing the notes. So here I have created some notes. So one example I can show you. Okay, so for example, I have created here notes for MongoDB. So if you see here, this is the notes for MongoDB. Guys, just give me a minute. I will be back. Yeah, guys. Yeah. So this is how I'm going to provide the notes, guys. So proper notes I will be adding here. So even for JavaScript, I have the notes. Let me just check for any batch I have added that. So let me just check here something called JavaScript, or else just let me add here JS. So somewhere I should be able to find. Let me search for demo. So here I have the notes for this JavaScript. So this is the JavaScript notes. So let me just download. And as I have mentioned, I have provided this description. So here see what is JavaScript. So introduction to JavaScript, what is single threaded, what is synchronous, and what is programming language, what is the purpose of JavaScript. Everything I have documented here properly. And here I have added some general terms like what is program, what is programming, what is execution, Node.js installation process. Okay, everything in proper steps I have added here. And how to verify the notes. So this PDF I will be providing to you guys. So here I will be creating one GitHub repository for your batch. Okay, so let's create one repository also. So here I will say JavaScript, or first let me add free JavaScript batch 1. I'm adding here something like free JavaScript batch 1, creating the repository. Now this repository link I will add in our WhatsApp community channel. In our WhatsApp channel, I will add this link. So from that link, you can download the notes. Okay, guys. Yeah. So for today's session, I will just keep this is the first session. So I'm keeping it very, very short, like only 30 minutes. So in today's session, we have just discussed all the basic stuff. So in next session, which will be on Wednesday, we will discuss about variables and we will discuss about data types. Okay. And if possible, I will introduce functions concept. Okay, we will not waste much time in writing the notes because I'm going to provide you all the PDFs. So notes I will write in the very shorter way. So we will try to cover variables, data types, and functions topic in next sessions. And then we will try to work on this topic as well. Yeah, so that's all, guys. So let's meet on Wednesday at same time, that is 10 p.m.